Hi everybody, it's Jess here with May's Tales, Fur and Fins and the Aquatic Morning Show. I'm bringing you an unconventional video today. Today is not a live, as you can tell. It is a kind of an educational video. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back and we're getting into it. We're going to be looking at Camallanus worms today. Camallanus worms are a nasty little worm that your tropical fish can get, and it anchors itself into the anus of your fish. Yes, it is gross, the anus of your fish. Well, you most of the time will notice it when you get a big infestation, as I have here. How do you get these little things, right? Two ways that I could have gotten them. The first way is bringing in a fish from the outside of my fish room, which I do not think is what I did. The second way is bringing in plants, which is what I think I did, or moving plants from one tank to another, and that is how I believe I moved them. Well, there are 3 life stages to this nasty Camallanus worm. The first stage is the egg, the second stage is the larva, and the third stage is the adult. The adult is normally the form that we see anchored in the anus of our fish. So now we know the life stages. How do we get rid of them? I'm going to tell you how I medicate for this nasty little worm. The first thing that I use is this benzaldehyde flake. It is made by Everything Aquatic and is anti-parasitic quad flake. It has got paraquinol, levamisole, Epsom salt, and garlic. Why garlic? Because it makes the fish want to eat. Why would otherwise they want to eat insecticide, right? So I have had really good luck with this in more than one occasion. So what do? We feed this for 3 weeks. Rest for 1 week, and if the worms are not gone, repeat the process. Now, there are a few things that we need to do also in the process of feeding, or this is what I do, right? There is this other insecticide out there that is a canine dewormer. It is used by Safeguard, or made by Safeguard, or this is the one that I use. There are other ones out there. I use the Safeguard canine dewormer. Benzaldehyde is the active ingredient. It does come in 1 ounce packages. 1 gram. That makes a difference. 1 gram. And this box has 3 1-gram packages. So I will take and empty this package into a water bottle. Doesn't matter whether it's tap, tank water, whatever. Probably the best would be tank water, but in this case, I'm not using tank water because I don't want to spread it from, tank to tank, right? So then I take my trusty little turkey baster, or anything you have that measures ounces. And then I take and I pull 10 ounces of water, put it in here, and go around my fish tanks. Now, 1 gram packet will do 100 gallons, 10 10-gallon tanks, which is normally what I have. I do have some 5.5s, and I only use half an ounce. For the 10-gallon tanks, I use 1 ounce. So for 1 gram packet, you can do 10 1 ounces. And those 10 1 ounces will do 10 10-gallon tanks. And as I measure out and put the water in here, it's the same way I put it back in here as 10 ounces. Now, that's the way I do it. You can measure it in different ways. There are so many ways to do it. Now, also, I do this once a week. I'm feeding this for 3 weeks, and at the end of every week, on the weekend, I do a fenbendazole. I call it a rinse, flush, whatever. And what you do is you put it in the tank. I turn my lights off because when the light can affect the strength of the fenbendazole. So that also, when you mix in this bottle, make sure to put, if you have any left, to put it in a dark area. If this is left out in the light, it will be half of its strength within 24 hours. So make sure to put it up in a dark space. Now, once I have flushed my tank, put the fenbendazole in the tank, I turn it off. I turn the light off, and I leave the light off until the next morning when I vacuum out the bottom of the tank. Make sure with your bottle or whatever you use that you label it fenbendazole. You don't want a little kid or anybody coming by and grabbing this bottle and saying, "Oh, look, there's a water bottle. Let's drink it." No. Make sure you label it fenbendazole or whatever it is that you're using. Keep it out of the reach of kids. So, also, it is easier to do this with bare bottom tanks. If you have a planted tank and you are doing this, you're going to have to make darn sure that you vacuum out the bottom of that gravel, sand, dirt, whatever it is, very good every time that you use the fenbendazole. Now, there are different ways out there to rid your fish of these worms. This is what I do. It works for me, and I know that people say that, but it does. There are different ways, so I want to let you know that this is the way that I do, and it works for me. So make sure that you are vacuuming out, whether it's bare bottom or planted, very well, so that you're getting all of those eggs and all of those paralyzed worms. The fenbendazole does not kill these worms. It only paralyzes them. Within 24 hours, you need to vacuum. That's why when I dose the tank, I turn the lights off, go to bed. When I get up the next morning, I'm vacuuming out the bottom of the tank. That way, I'm still within the 24 hours. They've dropped whatever they're going to drop, and I'm getting those vacuumed up before any of the other fish eat the worms, because if they eat the worms, then they're just redoing the process. As I said, this is a pretty nasty little bug, worm, crustacean, crab, whatever it is. It is pretty bad once you get it. So good luck to you. I hope this has helped you to help cure your fish of the Camallanus worms. I'm sorry that you have gotten it, or if you think you have gotten it, and I hope that this has helped you identify or diagnose that that is what you have in your fish room. So again, if you want to, please hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe. We do an awesome show every Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Also, sometimes in the evenings on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Just check with the schedule. You can go to FishFam.Link, and there it will show you who is live in the aquatic world that associates themselves with this. Also, you can go to any of their YouTube channels, and it will also give you a calendar of many different people that stream aquatic. it will give you the time and date of when, and you can click on it and, like I said, go and see when they are going to be streaming. But make sure that you hit your bell that is at the top that says all. That way, anytime a notification goes out, you get them all for any time that we are streaming, whether it's mornings or afternoons. But it's a fun show. It's a 2-hour show. We talk about many different things, including this, and we have a lot of fun as well. So thank you for watching. I'm Jess with the Aquatic Morning Show and Maine's Tales Fur and Fins.